Moose, do you think you're gonna like it? Huh? You just want ear rubs. That's all you want. You're just using me for ear rubs. Welcome back to Epic Cars, guys, and today we're working on my 69 F100 4x4. It's been sitting outside my shop for several months, ever since the summer. Really just haven't had time to get around to it. So finally got it into the shop, got it on the lift right now, and got some parts for it. It's got a, I don't know, probably a 2-inch body lift on it. So I'm gonna take it off, put some new bushings on it to where we can get it kind of more stock as far as the bed and the cab goes. Then I got some new carpet for the inside. I got some floor pans from 7blacksmiths.com. I got some new wheels, and they are the 16-inch wheels. They currently have 15-inch wheels on it, so I'm gonna change it out to the 16-inch more stock wheels. And then of course I've got some new meats. I've got the 35-inch, well, they're 315 by 75 16s. That I'll be putting on the truck and get a little bit more stock looking, but give it a little bit more aggressive attitude still also. It's got 35 by 1250s on it right now. One of the first things I'm going to do though today, me and Moose are out here in the shop working, and I'm going to be working on getting the brakes to work. They are absolutely terrible. I can't even drive this around other than just on my property. I'd like to get the brakes bled today and then take this out for a drive, because I've really never taken this truck out for a test drive. Test drove it when I bought it. Other than that, I've just driven it around here on my land, and it's never been street legal, so I finally got it tagged and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna take it out on the road today. You guys can go with me on the test drive, and let's see how this thing really operates and kind of give us an idea of what we need to work on. And then me and Moose are going to start getting to work and getting this thing fixed up, ready to roll, making it a project vehicle. As I've told you in some of my previous videos, I was looking at kind of making this an overland vehicle. I may be changing my plans on that. Let's just see. But stay tuned and you'll learn more about bump side Fords and this 69 F100 in the process. We'll have some fun doing some sheet metal work, have some fun putting some new wheels and tires on it, kind of fixing it up a little bit, and getting it running down the road to make it hopefully a dependable truck. Yo, give me a kiss. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, so I got it up in the air and I'm looking around and looking at it. It looks, you know, in really good shape. I mean, obviously the floor pans are a little bit rusty, but other than that, it really looks like it's in good shape. Somebody at one point in time loved this truck. You could tell by the paint job, the exhaust system, some of the upgrades they did, the centerline wheels, things like that. You could tell this was somebody's project at some point in time. But it's just been neglected for a really long time. It's got the Dana 21 transfer case behind the 4-speed manual. It's got true dual exhaust, and like I said, a little bit of rust here and there, but mainly it's these floor pans. That's about it. I mean, I don't see anything else. It's almost like this is like one of those heavy half tons. It's got a really big set of leaves here, and then it's got a bunch of overload springs, which is great because obviously, if I put a camper on the back of this or do something like that from an overlanding standpoint, it's going to be, you know, it's going to have enough capacity to carry enough weight around, which that's great. I didn't even realize that it had these overload springs. But guys, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 leaves in each side of this pack, which that's crazy. Looks like it does have a lift kit on it, or at least it's got lift blocks on it. The cab corners or the cab mounts at the front on the firewall are rusted out, so I'm going to have to replace those or fix those in some way, shape, or form. But in looking at the overall truck, I feel good about it. All right, one of the things I did a few years ago is I went to Harbor Freight and got one of these pneumatic brake fluid bleeder kits. They've been really good. I've used them on several vehicles over the years. And when you're out in the shop by yourself and you don't have to bother your family or a friend or something like that to come help you bleed brakes, this thing's nice. And probably I'll do the rears by themselves first, take the truck back down, fill it back up with more fluid, and then do the front. So I got the truck back down and made sure to put the brake cylinder or master cylinder cap back on. On the rear of these trucks, the front pot, there's 2 pots there. The front pot is the rear, the back one is the fronts. And it definitely went down about that much, so that's how much fluid I got and pulled through the system. So now that I've got it back on the ground, I'm just kind of doing it by feel here, and definitely 100% better. The other thing I can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can hear the actual brake mechanisms working in the rear now. So I definitely pulled out all the air. The drum brakes may need to be adjusted a little bit, and there's a little adjuster back there. But I'm going to go ahead and take it out on the road now, and let's just see, because man, this pedal feels really strong now. So I think the front brakes were bled at some point, the back brakes were not. We'll take it out on the road and see. All right, so we're going to take it on our maiden voyage here and see if she works. The gentleman that I bought it off of put about $5 worth of gas in when I loaded it up on the trailer. Again, I haven't driven it very much since then, so I think I'm okay on gas. I don't think the gas gauge works, but let's find out. It's got a little bit of a knock or a tick or something. All right, let's put her in gear and let's get her going. She's not smoking as bad. The tires rub like crazy on the fronts. Aired up the tires to about 40 on the fronts to make it a little easier to steer. And it's definitely helping. All right, so with second, we got first, second. All right, let's get moving a little bit. Oh, man, you had to be a man back in the day. All right, here we go. This is ridiculous. I don't know if the steering box is all jacked up, but it is a monster. Let's test the brakes. Well, they're not great, but they definitely stop. And sometimes I catch the fender on these big tires and it's just makes it even worse. Kind of compounds the... Oh, there it is. Let's get moving. Oh, rub. It's weird because that noise, that clicking noise goes away when the clutch is engaged. It gets real bad when it's in neutral or clutch is in. See, now it's real quiet. So not sure if that's something to do with the transmission or the clutch or just the crankshaft itself is, you know, got some tension on it, so it's not clanking around as much in the bearings. I don't know. Just to get, it runs good, guys. Pretty amazing. I don't have a rear view mirror, so I don't know what's behind me. Speedometer works. Okay, now if it's under tension, you know, if I'm accelerating, it doesn't make that noise. But when I let off the accelerator, it makes that ticking noise. It almost sounds like it's from the transmission. God, this steering is ridiculous. Hey, that's better. Okay, I kind of figured out where the choke goes now to make it idle halfway good. I got oil pressure. It looks like I got about 30 pounds. The odometer does work. It says 99,205. Speedometer bounces, but it works. Radio doesn't seem to work. Starting off in second. Golly. Rubbing again. Yeah, it's really weird, guys. That knocking sound goes away. What the heck? Okay, pretty much just goes... There's definitely something wrong with the steering box because it just wanted to go in the oncoming traffic lane all by itself, and I'm moving the wheel and it didn't do nothing. So steering box is a little tired, I think. Definitely needs a steering stabilizer because it is trying to pull me every which way it can. So I'm not going to go very fast. Golly, yeah. Whoa, what the heck? It just kind of wants to... It's like finds a direction and just goes by itself. And then, yeah, I think the steering box completely gone. Pump the brakes. Yeah, I mean, they work. They're just not, you know, they're manual brakes. Oh, did you see that? The wheel just wanted to go that way. All right. Shift's good though. Clutch works good. Yeah, I'm not going to go much faster than 35, 40 miles an hour because it's dangerous. This thing just kind of, it like darts. It just darts that way and darts that way and darts that way, and then it's almost like the input of the steering wheel is 5 seconds behind what actually happens. It's a little scary. And for the lift kit and stuff, it rides fairly smooth. I mean, it's not bad at all. It's idling really nice. Very low idle. I mean, I bet you it's 400 RPMs right now, 300. I don't see very much smoke, or if any. Let's see if yeah, nothing's behind me, so let's see if I can turn this beast. Oh. Man, you gotta love power steering. I know I'm complaining about it a lot, but I haven't driven a non-power steering truck, and then when you have 35-inch tires on it, yeah, there we go, missed a gear. And it's hitting the fenders. It kind of makes it tough to steer. But I don't know, really nice truck. I mean, really, when you get down to it, for how much I paid for it and how old it is. Golly. Yeah, there's something either definitely there. It shouldn't be this bad from a steering perspective. That steering box is messed up. Yikes. Need to put those smaller tires on quick. Well, so I got her back on the lift from doing the test drive, and I guess it would be safe to say I need to work on my steering, need to work on the suspension, need to work on the wheels and tires. Then I'll probably get to the body lift, the front cab mounts that are rusted out, those kind of things. But I think I'm going to work on the suspension and just the front end a little bit on the next episode. Until next time, come back and see kind of the progress that I've made on the truck and the things I'm going to do to it to get it back into tip-top shape. I think it's going to be a really cool project. It's going to be a fun project, and I'm probably going to learn some things about F100 and bump side Fords that I've never learned before, so it's going to be fun for all of us in that respect. So guys, come back, see you next time. God bless. Take care.